Hello YouTube, it's your boy Freeman Achi once again, and I want to thank you and welcome you back for being a part of today's episode of Hard Talk. It's been a series that has been running for some time now. We have a lot of interesting videos already on the channel that address specific issues in our relationship, and I want to encourage you to take out the time to watch those videos and see some of the issues that bother us around relationship as we try to address them. And most importantly, for those of you who are getting into relationships and don't know what to do with your partner, or you can't really explain the kind of signs you're getting from your partner and what it means, we have enough video and enough materials there that is going to help you pivot your relationship and navigate, and so that you will know who you're dealing with and the right decision to make. So far so good in this series of Hard Talk. We have been hammering the nail on the head in the aspect of the male, and how that it is the fault of the man when the family falls apart, when it tears apart. It is no surprise that when God came into the garden to find out something was wrong in the garden, even though God, who is all-knowing, knew that the issue would have come from the woman, or already knew that the issue came from the woman. But when God came, he asked for accountability. It was the man he called to ask for accountability. Another case in point was the case of Eli. We all know Eli, who failed not just in Eli was a good priest, but he was not a good father. He was not a good he was not a good father. He was not a good parent. And so for the sins of his children, God held him accountable. So there are certain areas in our lives, so certain things are being entrusted into our hands as men, but we do not see the weight of the responsibility upon our shoulders. And so it's easy for you to play around when you don't recognize the weight of that responsibility. So we have been on this talk for a very long time now. And so I want you guys to, if it's something that you like, if something that you want, I want you to consider being a part of this whole journey. And also a little disclaimer: what you are going to be hearing from this channel are things that are going to make you uncomfortable. It might mess up your relationship, but I tell you, if you have the courage to listen, if you have the courage to put into practice everything that you listen, everything that we tell you right here, you are going to save yourself a whole lot of mistakes. So in today's episode of Hard Talk, we are going to be talking about what do you do when you have a partner who is not proud or interested in your hustle. I'm going to start off by saying that in our day and age today, the culture of genuine hustle is gradually fading away, where people are, where people are proud of their hustle, when people are proud of the things that they do to put food on their table. All of that thing is gradually fading away. People are more interested in a get-rich-quick scheme. That is what people are more interested in these days. We're living in a day and age where it is difficult for you to impress, any lady at all just by your mere appearances. We are living in a day and age where if you're someone who has a roof over your head, even if it's a one-bedroom flat, when you approach a lady, she looks at you and begin to wonder, why would someone who is trekking asking me out? They begin to weigh you. Even when you have a car that takes you from point A to point B, if you pull up with that car, they weigh the car first of all, and they begin to imagine and say, see what in the drive, can he even take care of me? That is the day and age that we are living in. And so for today's episode, I am going to start off by telling you guys, like as always, if you have someone in your life who is not proud of what you do, who is not who is not proud of what you do, who find it embarrassing that you even have something like that you are doing, first of all, sir, I want to tell you off that that is a big red flag. You should never have anything to do with someone who is not proud of what you're doing or who is not proud of your craft. You know, she might not be proud of what you're doing, but the money, the proceeds that comes out of whatever you're doing, when you give her that money or send that money to her, she receives the money, she takes the money, but yet she's embarrassed to, introduce you to anybody as the as their partner, simply because of the kind of work that you do, simply because you're not polished or they feel you are not presentable. So for one reason or the other, they cannot present you. When they want to go to some certain places, when they tell you, please, you don't have to come, you don't have to be in this kind of place. Even when you find them and maybe you see them by the road and they want to see you, they have to take you to a place where nobody will see that they are, mingling with the likes of you in public. There is no point investing in that kind of a person in your life, because there's nothing in your life that you would ever do in order for it to be enough for her. It is difficult, to satisfy such people. I'll give you an example. One of the things that people find it very difficult to believe in is seed. When you hand somebody a seed, take for instance, if I handed you a grain of corn, or I don't know, a seed, a tiny, a grain of corn, just one, I handed it to you. Man, looking at it, there is nothing about that corn or that seed that it's promising, and you will take that corn for granted. You would not even look at it twice, because there's nothing about the corn that the maize or the grain that is enticing. But if you have the courage to bury that maize on the ground or the seed on the ground and allow it to sprout, and take care of that seed and water it and prune it whenever it is necessary, that seed is going to grow to become a plant. It's going to grow to become a bunch. It's going to grow to become a tree. From that seed, it can grow to become a forest. So it is about our life. When we are engaged in a particular thing, it might not be the thing that you are called to do. It might not be your area of calling, but it might be the thing that leads to the thing. And so don't let anybody at all in your life or anybody around you look down on something that you're doing genuinely, something that is a genuine hustle, that put foods on your table, that prevent you from knocking the door of somebody and ask them for help. Don't let anybody shame you from doing that. Bishop Oyedepo will always say that we always say that you should not be ashamed of what is gainful. Don't be ashamed of what is gainful. There are a lot, we are living in a day and age where people are getting rich quickly. And it seems like something that is now in vogue. It looks as if, making money the right way, or getting your money through the right means, or having money through genuine hustle is no longer in vogue. It has gone out of style. A child of 18 years, it's looking for how he can hammer the next million and buy the latest Benz that is just come out, and yet he does not have a genuine hustle. He does not have a company he is working in. He does not have, my God. And so when these are the times that we find ourselves, and it is very, very critical time, because all of these things are pressure a pressure that has come with the times that we live in. These are unnecessary pressures on our shoulders, that is gradually weighing us down. You see children being depressed at the age of 20 simply because they feel like their life they are not doing well with their life, just because their mates are driving Benz and they don't have it. You see people going into depression at the very early ages in their life, just because of the things that they are seeing online. Social media has brought a standard, it has placed some kind of benchmark around us that make it look as if unless you dress a certain kind of way, or you're hanging out with a certain kind of people, or you're balling in this place or in that place or in that place, that you are not doing anything with your life, that you're not successful. Except you're using iPhone 14 or you're using iPhone, your life has nothing to write home about. Those are unnecessary pressure. I say this because a lot of times we have, just like I mentioned in my previous video, we have met women that we know of a certain as men that we had no business in being in relationship with this kind of people. They are materialistic. They are not good for where we are going to. We don't have the kind of life we don't have the kind of income that can sponsor the kind of life that they have been exposed to, and yet we bring them into our life. Some people go as far as when they want to date, when they want to, bring any kind of woman into their life, they do it as if they are trying to punish somebody. They do it as if it's a competition. This girl is clean, and you go to the girl. Now you have to give her 500,000 naira every month for her upkeep, or else the relationship is over. Now you have to look for money, the money that you don't even have, and you have to look for money to maintain her. You have to look for money to service her. You have to look for money when her house rent comes up. You are quick to go and pay, because you feel if you allow her, because you feel if you let her lack anything, that you're going to lose her. So by bringing that kind of woman into your life, you have already lost her, because whatever it is that you're doing to foot that bill, to give her that kind of lifestyle that she wants, you will not be able to keep up as time goes on. And this is a certain lifestyle that she has already been exposed to. And so being in that particular stage in her life, or being in that particular lifestyle, it is difficult for you to keep up. And so with time, as time goes on, and you're not able to keep up, they will get up and begin to look for another means of finance. They'll get up and start looking for another way of financing their lifestyle, because they have been used to this kind of lifestyle. And anything that falls short of what they have already been used to, they see it as suffering. Those kind of women, you should not bring them into your life. The reason I say this is because your success or the goal or the purpose that God has given to you, it can be thwarted by certain people that we bring into our life. No matter how bright they tell you your future is, if you're not careful about the kind of people, the kind of woman you decide to take in this journey with you, you might not fulfill the purpose that God has put you on this earth to fulfill. You want somebody in your life who supports you, who sees you for who you are, who looks at you straight in the face, even in the midst of your downward moment, and tell you, I still believe in you. You want the kind of woman that is telling you, how did we achieve this thing? What can I do to help? How can you bring a woman into your life that is shining, that is beautiful? Her cream alone is 300,000. As if that is not enough, you have to buy hair for her that is 800,000 naira. And yet you're not settled. You don't have a child. You're still thinking about getting married. In fact, you're not even married at all. You are thinking about raising children. You're thinking about starting a family tomorrow. And that's the kind of woman you want to bring into your life. And I'm saying this so that you will wake up from your slumber. I'm saying this so that you will wake up. Because sometimes people think that it is a spell that has been cast on you, but I found out that most of these things that happens with guys are not really spell. These are not spell. These are social media standard of what a successful man should be. These are social media standards, that has crept into our life, into our day and age, that is causing problem, that is causing unnecessary pressure. One thing I can assure you is that the standard of making genuine wealth and to maintain it has not changed. It is a standard. It has been tried. It has been proven. It is there. It is a formula that will never change. It is a formula that can never be compromised. And so whatever it is, whatever fear that you find yourself, in whatever thing that you're doing, and you think that bringing a certain kind of woman in, some people think that they have attained a certain age, that there is a certain age that they have attained, that they are no longer supposed to be mingling with the likes of certain people, that their level has grown to a certain place that no, at this age that I am right now, I should be dating somebody that is coming from I should have a girlfriend from the US. I should be able to maintain somebody that is from the US. At this age, at this level that I am now, I'm not supposed to be dealing with local girls anymore. At least I should be looking for top models in the US. Some of you are living that kind of lifestyle right now. You have models as your, I don't know, whatever you call it. You spend millions of naira to fly them into the country. You stay in the best hotel, and then you send them back. You pay them and all of that. One of the I don't know the right word to use. One of the things that we do and we deceive ourselves, we think that because the money is coming now, that the money will always come the way it used to come. That's one of the lies we tell ourselves. We think that the way the money is coming, that the money will always come like that. But a day is going to come that money will no longer flow the way it used to be. A lot of people have died early, not because family people were after them or somebody did anything in the village to kill them. No, they died out of depression. They died because when they sat down and they think about the opportunities that has come into their hands, that has landed into their hands, that they did not do anything with, and they cannot give account of, all of those things creeps into their life, into their mind, and they die before their time. A lot of people has died because they did not believe that the level they found themselves, that there will ever be a time that they will come down from that level and begin to need. A lot of people have committed suicide because at some point in their life turned out to be something that they never expected or they never planned to be. Let me tell you something. The way we live our life today is how we are planning how our tomorrow is going to be. The kind of life we live today is already planning the future for you. If you don't know it now. The things you're doing today is already shaping the future for you. It's something that is inevitable. It's something you cannot hide from. Whatever you call enjoyment today, whether good or bad in any way or form, after all of that, someday, one day is going to come that you're going to sit down and you're going to think, what is going to haunt you is how you account for the opportunities that you have now, that you're not maximizing, that you're not doing anything with. That is one of the biggest problems. One of the things that causes stroke, it's depression, thinking. And so don't put yourself in this place that tomorrow you have to sit down and you have to think and remember that all of these things were not worth it. All of these things were not worth my time. All of these things were things that I was doing out of ignorance. And look at where it has landed me. Some of you think that you have made money to the level that you can no longer go to church, that you can no longer be a child of God. It's what you tell yourself. We feel that Sundays are days that you hang out with the boys, they come around, you play video games at home. You think that you have come to the level that, with this kind of money I have now, what am I going to the church to do? Make I go church, go give them my money. Make I go church, go do it. Which are the carry church do? I have money. One of the things that church does to you as you go to church every day of your life, sometimes we even shame people who goes to church and we think that they should have used their time to do something better with their life. The Bible says that faith cometh by hearing and hearing by the word of God. Those things that you hear constantly every day, it renews your mind. You see, there's a narrative, there is a wrong narrative that is been spreading for years now that people will tell you that I am better than most of the people that goes to church. I'm better than the people that goes to church. I'm better than people when they carry Bible. My dear, it's a lie that you keep telling yourself, and one day you're going to wake up to realize that it's a lie. You can never be better than somebody that is going to church. Because the life of somebody that always goes to church, that in your judgment, in your opinion, are not living the life, in real life. Because what we use to analyze most of these people that we call church goers, we feel because there is no correlation with the kind of life that they have, that they have as Christians and the kind of life that they go out there to live, because we feel that there is no correlation between their life, that your life is far better than them. Because you feel that you see them in certain places, in certain areas, and they engage in certain kind of things, you think that your life is better. Your life can never be better than somebody who goes to church every Sunday and he's serious about it. Your life cannot be better than them, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason is because every time you hear the word of God transforms you. The transformation that the word of God brings into your life every day, every time you go to church, the transformation that it brings into your life is not something that happens like magic. It's a gradual process. It's a gradual process. It's a gradual process. As they hear the word of God, there is something about your life. As you continue to hear the word of God every day, there's something in your life. There's something about your life that breaks. There's something about your life that removes. There is a part of your shell of your skin that you shed out of, that keeps shedding out when you hear the word of God. Most of the time when we go to the hospital, we see people who are sick in the hospital, right? If you go to the hospital right now, you see a lot of sick people in the hospital. Go back to that hospital 1 month later. You might go to that hospital maybe over and over again. You still see those people, those patients in that hospital. And then if you are somebody that is keeping track and you go back to that hospital in 1 month time, you find out that when you go back in 1 month time and you ask for a particular patient, they'll tell you this patient has been discharged. You go back in 2 months' time, they'll tell you this particular patient has been discharged. You go back in 3 months' time until you go there, and what you'll be seeing is a new faces. Why are they being discharged? It's because they have been healed, they have been healed, they have been cured. There is no point for them to be in the hospital anymore. So it is about the life of anyone that goes to church, about a life of a Christian, about the life of somebody who takes his spiritual life or his walk with God seriously. What they are living in the physical life, in your judgment, might not be what a Christian should look like. But give them time. Give them time. All those things that they are doing that in your own judgment are not good, you find out that those things are gradually dropping out of their life until it finishes to drop. So your life can never be better than them. So what should you do? What are the things that you should do if you find yourself in a relationship with somebody who does not support your hustle? What are the things you should do? What are the steps you should make? Number one thing you should do, make sure you get them out of your life. Make sure that what you're doing with them is not as important as marriage. Take them out of your life as soon as possible. Because the fact that they are not proud of what you do goes to my second point, is that they are not going to support you in that thing that you're doing. They are not going to support you. And when you marry a woman, when you bring a woman into your life, the woman is supposed to support everything you do. Is supposed to support your hustle. Bible says that one will chase 1,000, two will put 10,000 to flight. So there are people that when you bring them into your life, they make you better. You become better. Your business blossom. Your business explode. Because right now you are in a partnership with somebody. There are things that you can no longer think about. There are some certain responsibilities that they are now handling that you don't have to, bother yourself about. And so you can relegate those responsibilities to them, so that your attention is focused on something that is more bigger and something that is more new. This is why entrepreneurs, successful business people, they have a team of people around them that they give their ideas to and tell them, work on this thing. The only thing that the team brings to them is result. The reason is because so that they can focus on the bigger picture. And so such kind of people will never support you. They will never support your business. Some of you have somebody in your life right now. She's ready to settle down with you. She's ready to marry. She's ready for you to marry her. But inside of you, you know that what you are doing, the hustle that you have, the thing that you're doing right now, she does not support it. She does not support that hustle. Bro, don't bring such woman into your life. What are you marrying her to come and do? To come and be a housewife? You are marrying her to come and stay in your house as your wife. You wake up every morning. You are the one that goes to the shop to go and open the shop. All she does is just sit back at home, fold her legs while you go and bring the money and come and give her. It's one of the big mistakes we do during courtship, that we realize that these people, they don't support. This particular woman don't support my hustle. She's not even proud of what I do. And we still bring them into our life. Some of you are bricklayers. Let me begin to mention those things now. Even if it was cars you're washing, or maybe you're a mechanic, there are a lot of successful mechanics and there are a lot of people who are earning genuine living out of washing cars. There are a lot of successful mechanics today. And you are bringing somebody into your life that cannot even stand on the road with you. If she comes around your workshop and you have to give her money, you send somebody to go and give her, or you send your boy to go and give her because your wife is embarrassed to see you in your work clothes. Let me put it that way. Because she's embarrassed to see you like that. Bro, you have no business being with this kind of people. Sometimes now we they carry problem, can't give ourselves for nothing. For nothing. We they marry like say we will get points where we want proof to people. And so they come into your life is not better. Everything begins to go down because they're not making any impact in your life. You're worried about how to keep the house running. You're also bothered about how you can put a smile on her face, unnecessary smile on her face. Because whatever you are doing from the beginning, like I said in my previous video, whatever you were doing from the beginning to win her over, such people, it is difficult for you to stop. It is difficult. The day you stop doing that thing, they start looking for that thing outside. They start looking for it outside. And they are out to get it by any way possible that they can get it. So please and please, you work too hard for your money. We are in a country where to make 500 naira, you have to sweat to make it. It is not a problem when they are hanging around politicians who are stealing money or embezzling money, and they are, funding their soft life or their luxury lifestyle. It's not a problem. They should hang out with such people. But for you that is earning your money genuinely, you have no business bringing a woman that has a luxury lifestyle into your life. Even if you can maintain that life for some time, why should you maintain that life for her out of your hard-earned savings? Your hard-earned savings is not for you to maintain that lifestyle for her. That is not what your hard-earned savings is meant for. Your hard-earned savings is to get you and your generation out of poverty for good. That is how you should think. And until you see a woman who see it in that light, who thinks on the same level with you, sir, you are in the wrong place with the wrong person. I'm telling you, you are with the wrong person. Until you meet that kind of woman, until you find that kind of woman, you are in the wrong place. If you have money, if your business is giving you money right now, what you should be thinking about properties. How can I live my life in the next, when I'm 40, so that I make sure that I have more income coming in than more productivity that I'm putting in? That should be the thing you should be thinking about. If at the age of 30, you're counting millions, your millions should not be used to sponsor a lifestyle of one girl, of one luxury girl. It should not be for that. Your money should be channeled into something that is more productive. It should be channeled into something that it's going to take you and your generation out of poverty for a lifetime. That is how you should think. That is how leaders should think. I said in my previous video that you have been made a leader over your house. You have been made a leader in your house. That before you decided that they were going to be a family, it was your decision to bring a particular woman. You were the one that brought this woman into that life and started a family. And so should anything happen or should anything go wrong, you have to be held accountable. Good leaders are also good managers too. They are wise enough by years of experience, by years of toiling. They are wise enough to know that there are places that they cannot put their money. They are wise enough to know that there are some things that they cannot put their money in. They are wise enough to do that. Good leaders take hard decisions. I mentioned that in my previous video. So if you find yourself with somebody that matches the description of what we are talking about today, that is exposed to an expensive lifestyle, now they are in your life, you have to pay for the lifestyle that they have. Please and please, even if you were planning to marry them next tomorrow, send them out of your life. Don't take them to a journey that is as important as who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Don't. You want to bring somebody who is kind into that journey with you. You want to bring somebody who has empathy for you. Because a time is going to come that your strength will fail you. The last thing you want is somebody by your side that is mean. You want somebody by your side that is kind and has empathy around you. I want to thank you guys for being a part of today's episode of Hard Talk. What I've told you has gotten deep into your skin, and for some of you it has messed up your happiness right now. But it's a good thing I can mess your happiness right now so that you can be happy tomorrow. I want you, it's a hard pill, but I want you to take it and swallow it. I want you to consider and reevaluate your life. Some of you have made a lot of decisions in the past, and somehow you're getting back on your feet again, but you still see yourself, gradually going back to the same thing that pulled you in. Bro, no be village people, they do you. No, you they do yourself. Make sure all of the experiences that you've had, all of the experiences that has come out of your foolishness and out of your mistake, make sure that you use them to your advantage. that tomorrow you can sit down and say, because I made this mistake yesterday, I have been able to channel the next course of my life to a better place because of the mistake I made yesterday. Thank you so very much for watching. Now, I want you guys to do those beautiful things that you do. Like, share, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, remember to turn on the post notification button so that you will be the first to know when the next video comes up. I want to thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.